I'm Ashton Addison for InvestmentPitch Media, and today we have Don Gordon, CFO of Mining Sky, and Bill Zhang, CEO of Mining Sky Technologies. Gentlemen, thank you for being here today.
Oh, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. I just want to mention the name of our public company is Skychain Technologies, Inc. Mining Sky is our operating subsidiary. So our operations are carried out through Mining Sky. Through Mining Sky, we provide all the infrastructure and electrical components, the transformers, and everything required for a Bitcoin mining center. The Bitcoin miners, quite simply, just bring in their mining machine and plug it in. Our operations are in the past have been 10 megawatt operations. Right now, the centerpiece of the company, we are just in the process of taking over a 20 megawatt operation in Quebec, which will be a substantial boost to the company. We are traded on the TSXV, symbol SCT, Skychain Technologies, Inc. And the person that you really should hear from, of course, is our CEO, Bill Zhang, who has a deep background in data centers and operating cloud computing centers. And essentially, supplying electricity to Bitcoin miners is essentially a data center. That is our fundamental business. It actually can be applied to other uses for data center, but today we're just talking about our Bitcoin mining clients. I'll just mention briefly, we are opening a second facility in Manitoba, which is just under construction. So, of course, we'll put out information on that as it develops.
Great. Thank you, Don. Bill, can you start with a little bit of your background and how that led to you founding Skychain and Mining Sky operations?
I come into this business from 2001, coming into Internet Data Center Service Science at the time. That is a traditional data center business, Science 2001. Basically is providing power, internet, and server to the clients. During the year of 2017, we do have a big demand for blockchain business. So we built up a separate business, which is Mining Sky Technologies, provide professional service for cryptocurrency mining. And that kind of cryptocurrency mining is very similar with the traditional data center, but it's much cheaper and price is kind of different. The business model is very similar because we were into data center business, and I know this business, know the infrastructure service, IaaS, Internet Infrastructure as a Service. So that is how I come into this business.
Great. You mentioned that your operations in the large facility is located in Quebec. Can you talk about why Canada is the ideal place for mining operations?
Well, operating for cryptocurrency mining, they need a lot of power, which is electricity. So when we talk about electricity, those power will be used to service blockchain for the hash rate. However, it will produce a lot of heating. So all those kind of heating will be a problem if we cannot work out. Basically, all those kind of computing power need a cooling area to be running stable and higher performance. Canada is ideal location for cryptocurrency mining. There's basic reason is because of weather. It's cold all over Canada. So the cold weather, for example, we used to run some miners like S17. We can overclock them to over 30% hash rate, which means the client is very happy to be much more profitable. So Canada is a very good spot for us to do the business for hosting service, and electricity rate is lower compared with most of the world. And Canada have the rich resource for hydropower as well. Yeah, so long story short is Canada is very good for this business.
Thanks, Bill. And can you give us a scope on how large is this Quebec facility in terms of power and the amount of Bitcoin that you can mine from it?
The Quebec size start from 2018. and phase 2 finished at 2019. After we finish the phase 2, the entire site will be able to support 20 megawatt, which is roughly about 6,000 miners running at the same time. The building itself is about 40,000 square feet. However, we don't have to use the building. We can run all our miners outside the building as well. Currently, the building is being used about 70%, and in the near future, we are expecting a revenue around $1 million per month. This industry building is very possible to be upgraded to ideal for the future higher profit infrastructure service as well. So we are planning to use this size step by step and make it profitable for our investors.
You also are looking towards expanding and coordinating with another facility that's in Manitoba. Can you talk about how you're expanding and why Manitoba as the next location?
Manitoba, comparing with other province in Canada, the power rate is much lower, and they have a lot of power there need to be picked up. Currently, from what we know, the powers, some electricity are being sold to our borders, USA, and they still have some powers for us to pick up. However, this is a new business, new industry. The construction cost is very high. So the construction cost stopped many companies to come into Manitoba to build up the site. However, Manitoba site is, comparing with some other companies, we are very competitive on the construction cost and pick up Manitoba as our primary crystal mining site. Another reason is very similar like other provincial, Manitoba is coded well. So Manitoba, the most advantage for us is the lower rate. Furthermore, is Manitoba is in the center of the Canada. The center location will be able to provide an ideal location to connect the internet from Manitoba to the nearby USA and Canada. To service the blockchain or future business or market needs, the central location is very important for us to cover this area. So Manitoba is a very good location for us to start a business and have a good future.
Now, you're providing electricity to these huge facilities. Is it also possible to mine Bitcoin just from your home or from smaller facilities as well?
At this point, for a professional cryptocurrency mining, working in a home nowadays is much more and more difficult. Actually, it's not really possible. There's a couple reasons for this kind of industry, cryptocurrency mining. The first one is noise. Professional ASIC miners will produce a lot of noise. At the same time, they need a professional power supply, which means power voltage and current have to be qualified for the miners to run properly. Most of the citizens or home in Canada, the power we are supplying to citizens is 110 or 208 or 240 voltage. So voltage and current have a very high limitation for our citizens to run this kind of miners at home. And the power capacity is very limited because this kind of miner use extremely higher power demand.
Now, besides providing electricity to Bitcoin mining operations, is your firm also involved in any other operations within the blockchain industry?
Yes, the blockchain industry is not only BTC cryptocurrency, which is we are doing the service, infrastructure service. We are focusing on infrastructure service on currently cryptocurrency mining hosting service. However, there is more blockchain application are being used and coming to our daily life in the near future. For example, Filecom, IPFS, more and more people coming to this business and coming to this industry and using the technology for our life. It will change our life one day, but not so fast. As an infrastructure service provider, we provide those infrastructure services to support blockchain, to support the hosting service. We are the foundation of the business of this blockchain industry. At the same time, the edge computer data center business is growing. As we know in nowadays, there are so many cell phone, tablet, and some PC that produce much more data in nowadays. Also, the data is very, very valuable for future need. For example, AI, data mining, and future art business. All those huge data need a storage application, which they need a space to storage them. For all business infrastructure service, all services are easily to be switched from cryptocurrency to edge computing data center, which means our infrastructure service will be easily and convenient to switch in between. This kind of business model will provide our business much more profitable and solid income in the future. At the same time, it will provide a strong foundation for the blockchain.
Has the exponential rise in the price of Bitcoin positively affected Mining Sky's operations?
At this point, if we tell you no any affection, it's not true. When the BTC price going down too much, some of our computer owners, which is miners, they requiring shutdown or some reason. So at this point, first one, we will have to sharpen our pencil on the service rate in case our clients need much lower price. However, our business commercial strategy is a long-term hosting service for most of our miners provider. All clients keep their miners running not for a short time. Basically, our term will be a couple of years, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. For example, we have one client have 18 megawatt, or the term will be 3 years. So we reliable each other. Our relationship very strong to support the business grow. Furthermore, to do our business much better, comparing the experience we gained in the last couple of years, we have the R&D, research and development for different equipment and solutions to switch our data mining facility for higher profit once the BTC price going down to a bottom, just in case. So comparing with data mining by the miners, keep the BTC to the trading, or hosting service income and profit is much solid and much stable comparing with trading and other BTC related business.
Great, Bill. Thank you. Now, does your company spend a lot on research and development as well?
At this point, to be a public company, we did for a long-term future for our business, for investor target. We make a lot of, we switch some capital into research and development for new products to support the business. The new products we're talking about, for example, power unit, PDU, mining container, and rendering node. All those kind of products currently are greatly beneficial to our company. At the very beginning of the business, we did the research and development. We spend money on we spend the capital into the R&D. It makes us like cash flow tight. However, in nowadays, our R&D, our development can greatly help our business to benefit our investors. For example, to build up a cryptocurrency mining facility, generally a cost maybe is around $400 to $500,000 per megawatt. And our product and our energy solution, together with our product, can extremely reduce the cost from around $500,000 to $150,000, which is about more than half. At the same time, can reduce the labor cost extremely to up to 80%. And all renting nodes are being tested and being used and being welcomed by local business. Probably next time we can discuss or talk about our business for rendering. However, we did some capital research, capital to use research, and production development, which happened in the last 2 years.
And now, as we move forward throughout 2021, what are the next steps for Skychain and Mining Sky?
Our next step is the milestone for our first milestone in Quebec, Sherbrooke. We will make this site profitable and make the revenue stay at least for 3 years. And we will be able to use this site to maximum our profit. As I mentioned, rendering, maybe game cloud, or AI, or edge computing data center. We are planning to invest more money to upgrade the size, at least reserve some megawatt for future, to produce more profit for our business. At this point, we have some business plan coming over. We're expecting in the year of 2021, we will have much more news coming over to help our investors to achieve their target. At the same time, we are very glad to be the foundation of the blockchain business, to leading this industry going forward.
Thank you, Bill. And if the viewers are looking to find out more about Mining Sky and Skychain, what's the best way for them to learn more?
At this point, we have official website, Skychain Technologies Inc.com. We have the presentation file and brochure. Furthermore, we have 100% owned subsidiary company, which is Mining Sky Technology Ltd, and the website is miningsky.com. So you can get the information for our product and get the information for our investing request and get the information for our directors and our team, and you will be able to confident for what we're doing, and let's work together. Thank you.
Great. Thanks, Bill. Thanks for your time.